Good morning. Hope you're staying warm. It is freezing here in Naples, Florida. Jiminy crickets. Oofta. So hope you're staying warm. What have I got for you today? Well, Monday was Epiphany. And Epiphany is that time in the church here where we celebrate and focus on the light of Jesus shining not just on the Jews, but on the Gentiles as well. The whole world, for God so loved the world. And Epiphany just brings that out. He isn't just for a particular people group, he is for everyone, because we are all sinful and unclean, and we all need the salvation and cleansing that only Jesus can bring. On Epiphany, the wise men that visited Jesus they get their due a little bit. We don't know how many wise men came to visit Jesus. On Christmas Eve, I talked about this, and people were a little blown away. What do you mean, Pastor? I've seen three wise men by my nativity scene ever since I was a baby, for crying out loud. What are you telling me? Could have been less or more than three wise men. Well, the Bible doesn't say how many wise men came. It just said that they brought frankincense, gold, and myrrh. They brought three gifts, so we think there were three wise men, but we don't know. And then on Christmas Eve, I went on to say that by the time the wise men found Jesus, he wasn't an infant. He wasn't in the manger anymore. And that blew other people's minds too. Like, what are you talking about? Well, we know this for two reasons. The word used to describe Jesus in Luke is infant. There was a baby in that manger. The word used to describe Jesus in Matthew, when the wise man came, is the word for small child or child. Pais. Paidon is the actual word used because it's in the accusative. And that means child, little boy. You're familiar with this word, actually. Pediatrics, Pedialyte, all come from the word pais, which means child, small child in Greek. Another reason we know that Jesus wasn't an infant when the wise men came is because when the wise men arrive, it's described in Matthew that they didn't come to a stable, they didn't come to a cave, they came to a house. The Holy Family was already living in a house at that time. Whoa, does this mean you have to change your whole nativity scene? Well, no. But we want you to understand what actually happened. And the greatest thing about Epiphany is that we are reminded that God's light shines on everyone. Even these people from the East, could have been Iran, these Middle Eastern men. Jesus came for them. Jesus came for everybody, and he came for you. All right, well, happy post-Epiphany to you. One more thing. I was kind of inspired to do this little lesson based on a question I was asked after Christmas Eve service. So, if anybody has any questions about the Bible, anything in the scriptures, I'll try to answer it for you. And that could be used during these little videos. If you have a question, you will remain anonymous, but I can answer that question and help other people. Because if you have a question, I guarantee somebody else has the same question. Okay, well, you have a great weekend. Please stay warm. Don't catch a cold in this crazy weather in Naples. All right, bye-bye.